Hey everyone, Escaped Alien here. Today I wanted to talk about Elestrals, why I'm collecting and playing, and announcing an ongoing giveaway from my binder of Kickstarter rares. Stay tuned for how to enter the giveaway, as I'd love to get more of these cards into people's hands. Let's first jump into why I'm supporting this new TCG. First, there's of course the nostalgic aspect of Elestrals, which reminds me of early Pokemon days. You have the cute creatures like Sluggle here, all the way up to the more tough-looking creatures like Penterror. There's already a large number of Elestrals created for the game, and from the looks of it, we'll see a lot more in future sets. Then there's the cards themselves. They print the cards on thick cardstock that feel really good in the hands, and created a unique holo pattern to Elestrals. In this little pack opening snippet, you can see me pull one of the rares, a Leonite, as seen in the example on the left. There's also special cards you can pull known as full arts, that you can only typically find one per booster box, or you can find them in blister packs if you're lucky. You can see an example of that card on the right. If you want to go even harder on the collector's side of the game, each set comes with a number of serialized rares known as Stellars. Here you can see a Stellar Aphoros pulled. One of the super cool features about pulling a Stellar in Elestrals is that you can go to stellarpull.com, where all of the serialized pulls can be cataloged if you wish to register your Stellar. So it'll tell you the known number of Stellars that are in existence in Elestrals and how many people have actually registered them. So let's go ahead and use Aphoros as an example. So you go ahead and click on that card. It's going to tell you that there's a total population of 99 of these cards in existence, with 32 pulled or reported pulled. It tells you the release date of the card, which edition the card is from, and which set the card is from. So this would be from base set 1. And it's going to show you a picture of the card. And all the examples are 1 out of 99, but the only thing that changes is going to be that serialization. So now let's go ahead and go down. It's really nice how it looks. It's going to colorize the card once that particular serial number has been verified. And it'll also tell you who pulled that serialized card. So in the future, there's going to be other tabs that you can explore, such as Pull History. That's supposedly going to show you the initial pull of the card, and then where the card is at in the future, such as if the card has been sold. You might be able to register that you're the current owner of the card. Then there's going to be a reaction videos section. So I'm assuming this is going to be for people to upload their reaction of pulling the card, and possibly people who have gotten the card after they've purchased it. Gameplay-wise, I would say it has the complexity of Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh!, but you'll see aspects of those games and Pokemon included. A really cool uniqueness of the gameplay in Elestrals is that your life, known as spirits, are also your resources to play cards. I won't go too in depth on how gameplay works, as there are already great videos that give perfect breakdowns on how to play out there. I will say, I've had a lot of fun in the games that I have played, and can already tell that the future sets will bring a lot more to the game. Elestrals has already built an online client that is free to play. That's right, you can play the game on their app for free. No buying packs, no finishing challenges to get in-game currency to buy product. You can just straight up build whatever deck you want. You have access to all the cards in the game. So let's go ahead and go over the Kickstarter for Elestrals. The Kickstarter was successfully backed with $1,470,355 pledged, and that was a total of 7,530 backers. There was a decent amount of people that were backing this game, and you saw a lot of the pledges that seemed to be on the lower end. One thing that I wanted to talk about with those pledges being on the lower end is the amount of exclusives, the free-to-backer inclusions that were given out. So all these people that were doing tiers that were as low as $25 to start were getting the pin and a ton of these promo cards that came in a promo pack. I believe it was 20 promo cards, all holographic, really cool alternate art. So I just thought that was cool that even at the lower tier you were getting so many of these exclusives, and frankly on the secondary market these exclusives are kind of on the expensive side. So I want to be open about the fact that when I backed the Kickstarter, I backed it at the $2,499 tier. There's only 100 of those slots available. That gave me 36 booster boxes, an autographed prototype card that was created by TGA, the gold metal Pantera card, all of the card sleeves, all of the play mats, the binder, all the plushies, an uncut sheet, blister packs, all 5 of the blister packs, the pins, the artist collection, and then of course you got all the promos that were included. Oh yeah, and it also of course gave me 30 starter decks. That's important too. One thing I want to mention here is that Dan also ended up throwing in a second uncut sheet of these spirits, so if you backed at any tier with the uncut sheet, we got 2 uncut sheets. The Kickstarter was on time. All the products showed up to everybody, at least in the United States side. I know they had a little bit of a longer wait in other countries because of logistics and customs, but everything went pretty well. I will say that the original logistics company that fulfilled the orders didn't really package the products correctly. I personally ended up getting a lot of damaged booster boxes, but I think this is a great segue into talking about the creator of the game known as Dan, or A-Drive. I'd reached out to Elestrals support about the fact that my product came in damaged, and I got a direct response from A-Drive. He actually offered not only to replace all my booster boxes, I decided to go ahead and turn in 5, but he said he would give me an additional booster box. He would give me a promo pack if I paid for the shipping, and he ended up signing a full art card for me and sending it along with those 6 booster boxes. So if it's any kind of testament to what kind of guy Dan is, he's really customer service orientated and wants to make sure that his community is happy with the product that they receive. But I think it's really important to know who the creator of a game is. Oftentimes with a lot of the indie TCGs that we've seen, they're just in it for the money and it's some kind of scam or rug pull, or they could be egomaniacs where they can't take any criticism, they can't take any feedback from the audience, and that kind of stuff just isn't conducive to building a healthy community and a healthy game. What I've found about Dan is that he's really reachable. You can actually directly message him on something like Discord and the dude will respond. He'll actually have a full-blown conversation with you. He's super friendly, he's super nice. I also really like that he's transparent. If something's going on, if they're having some kind of logistical issue, if they have thoughts about the upcoming sets, he's going to tell you. He does AMAs all the time, consistent AMAs where he answers people's questions either directly through Discord or he addresses them in videos. He also includes members of the community in his decision-making process. So I've literally seen it in his Discord for Elestrals where somebody will make a suggestion or they'll give a criticism of a card, of an effect, of the design, of the picture, and he'll take it to heart and he'll actually make changes. He'll give credit to that community member for being the reason why a conversation was had, why a change was made. And I just think that's really cool because it actually makes you feel like you're important, like your voice matters in this game. But I think the thing that I admire most about Dan and how he's approaching this game is that he legitimately wants to collect his own game, but he's not just printing himself the cards that he wants and keeping them to the side. He's either trying to pull those cards himself, or if a community member has them and the community member is trying to get rid of the card by selling or trading it, Dan will actually go to that community member and make a deal with them. So I've seen him directly make deals for some of the serialized cards known as Stellars, where he'll offer them prototype products that were printed in the past, or he'll trade them a card directly. Maybe he'll give away his own sealed booster boxes to try to get that card. So when I first found out about Elestrals, I went to the website and I was pleasantly surprised by how well done it was. You get this cool animation sequence of various Elestrals when you enter, and there's an easy to navigate navigation bar up at the top. The website includes a full how to play section where you can watch a video guide on how to play, download a full PDF, or you can utilize the website to break it down into sections. So you have a full section that is for the board overview that explains the aspects of spirits, Elestrals, ruins, and zones. You have the playing portion that breaks the game down into phases so you can understand how all these phases work. And you have a game mechanics zone where you can learn how to nexus, how the chains go, advanced rules, and a full glossary of the terminology used within the game. Another really cool section of this website is the lore section. You can watch the creation story of the world of Elestra, But the thing that I find more impressive is that the website breaks down all the elements and individual spirits and Elestrals of the game, where you can actually click on whatever Elestral that you want to, and it'll show you information about the Elestral and the various cards that the Elestral's been printed on. This section also includes aspects of the game like Invoke Ruins, Counter Ruins, Artifact Ruins, Divine Ruins, and the Stadium Ruins. My favorite section of the website is the cards section. It does a great job curating all the different cards in the game, and it even breaks it down by different sets, the starter decks, and these specialty packs such as the Artist Collection and the base promo cards. So you can actually scroll through, you can click on the section if you'd rather do it that way, but you can scroll through and view every single card that's included in the set. And when you actually click on a card, so let's go ahead and find one of my favorite cards, Sluggle. You'll get all the card info broken down for you right there, even down to the artist, which is really cool because you can click on the artist itself and it'll give you information on the artist for every single card that that artist has done. Then you have the other sections of the website, such as news. That one's pretty straightforward. You have the various articles on what's upcoming in the world of Elestrals. The tournament section's actually really cool. You can view upcoming events, and you can also see what the past events results were. I think this is an awesome portion of Elestrals because it actually gives credit to the community. So you're featured on the website when you win a tournament. All the tournaments right now are just webcam tournaments because the game is not yet in LGSs, but they are looking to move into LGSs in the future. Last portion of the website is the shop. That's going to take you to an external link at the shop. So right now you have base set first edition that you can pre-order, but the shop's another portion of Elestrals that's just super well done. It's very organized, it's easy to navigate, and you can just go through and see what you want to buy. So where are we at product-wise and set-wise? So really early on, there was prototype products. You had things like starter decks, and he had only 50 prototype booster boxes made, where he was kind of sending them out and getting feedback on the game and the art style, all that kind of stuff. Beyond the prototype cards, then you had the Kickstarter set, which was successfully fulfilled, as I had mentioned before. So card-wise, there was the booster box of 36 packs. You had 5 different types of blister pack for those promo cards. Then you also had 5 different full starter decks. Moving on from that, he's going to be printing first edition. The pre-orders for first edition are out now. Something really cool about first edition is although it's the same cards, he changed up the artwork. So new cards are made in holofoil. You have new full art cards, and you have a whole different round of stellar pulls, which is, it makes it a lot more fun to chase things. From current impressions, it seems like this game is going to be printed a proper amount. It's not going to be too much to where the market's oversaturated, but it's going to be enough to where everybody can get the cards they need to play the game. I believe he's looking at 3 to 4 set releases a year. He also has a monthly program you can sign up for called Shattered Stars, where if you just kind of want some deck bling, I don't believe they're game-wise unique cards, but they are art-wise unique cards. So you can sign up for a monthly subscription where you get a pack of unique cards. There's also additional stellar chases in those packs. If that's something that interests you, just to have a little more of the collectible aspect, that option's there, but it's not necessary to play the game, so that's super nice. So first edition's also available now on the website if you wanted to go ahead and buy into the pre-sale. I believe he said he's expecting it to be delivered to people somewhere in March. It could be a little bit later, it just depends on logistics, but Dan's always really transparent about that. He'll let us know if there's any kind of delay. I know if you spend over $50 USD on the website right now ordering first edition, you also get a really cool promo card of an Elestral known as Galexia. So I definitely recommend getting into Elestrals, even if you wanted to get into some of the prototype stuff and Kickstarter stuff that's out there. It's pretty reasonably priced on the secondary market. The community members are usually pretty good about the stuff they sell. They don't really try to gouge. And the community is also really cool about trying to help you fill gaps in your collection. I've made a lot of good trades with people to complete my master sets, and I've bought a lot of stuff off of people, and I've always had a pretty easy time with the transactions. Never had anybody try to scam me. So there's a secondary market Discord that I will link in the description. I also definitely recommend that you join the official Elestrals Discord. That's going to give you all the major updates, and you can get to know the community a little bit more. What's next for Elestrals is Frostfall. That's going to be the set that's released after first edition. Still getting news on when exactly that's going to be available for pre-order, but definitely looking forward to that because it's going to introduce a new spirit type as well as a bunch of new Elestrals as well as new artwork. After that you have Daybreak. We're not sure when that set's coming out. There's not a lot of information on it, but we know that it does introduce another couple of spirits, another couple of elements to the game. Dan has also talked about when you're going to start seeing Elestrals in stores. I think he made the right move with this to not go directly for LGSs and just to be direct to consumer for now, because we've seen a lot of LGSs frankly be burned by indie TCGs. I think there's a lot of trust lost in the indie TCG world, so I think you have to establish yourself a little bit more, get a solid base before you start asking these LGSs to carry your product and frankly take some of that risk in whether or not the product's going to do well. So I think right now taking it slow makes sense. He's building up that community, he's building up product support, so there's actually going to be people that want to buy the game. And he's working on these live tournaments, which I think will really work out a lot of the kinks, iron out the issues, so when he does tournaments in person eventually, it's going to go a lot smoother. So if you made it this far, you definitely deserve the instructions on how to enter the giveaway. My plan is to give a Holo rare from Elestrals Kickstarter away each month to a community member. Each video will tell you to comment something specific and it will enter you in the giveaway. And in order to win, you must be subscribed to me. As far as entries go, each video pertaining to Elestrals you can comment on and it will earn you one additional entry to that month's giveaway. You can only do one comment on that video though. So however many Elestrals videos I release, you may have one comment from each video work as an entry. Since I missed January, I'll include a comment from January's opening as an entry towards February. If you don't win a monthly giveaway, do not fret, because at the end of the year, I will be taking all of your qualified entries and including them in a big end-of-year giveaway where you'll have a shot at a full art Elestrals card from Kickstarter. So for the first booster box opening video, which I'll link in the description, please comment your favorite card that was pulled in that video. For this video's comment in the giveaway, please just let me know your thoughts on Elestrals in general. I'll leave links to the Discords and Elestrals website in the description. If you end up collecting, hit me up for trades. This has been Escaped Alien. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.